So this is Ecomaste. These are the bamboo where they build everything from. See, there's another mini construction. And let's look for Jose. Where did he go? Jose! Okay, I see him here. Jose!
So, welcome to Ecomaste. We are sitting here by the pond, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of how we got here. Back in 2020, my wife and I came to Costa Rica to get married, and but I got here prior to her coming and meeting me. And so I was walking some lands to explore the possibility of perhaps making our dream come true. And so I was walking these lands. I was walking behind the Diamante waterfall and took a picture of it. And I sent it to these indigenous brothers that I am in connection with from previous endeavors and connections. And so these folks are the Mamos from Colombia, and they have a very special connection with the earth. And how they do this is they spend 9 or so years in a cave from when they're very little, like 4 years old. And so they are chosen with, along with other little ones, with the Mamos, and they go into these caves and they develop this connection to the earth. The Mamos then are able to pass on the wisdom, and so they have this special relationship with the mother. And so I took a picture of the Diamante waterfall and I sent it to one of the representatives, and I said, greetings from Costa Rica, and I hope all is well. And they replied saying, we've been meditating for 3 weeks or so for us to be able to come to Costa Rica with a very important message. And so I replied saying, okay, let me see what I can do. Maybe we can weave a connection and be able to bring you guys here. And so I started to do some networking at the Dominical Feria. And this group of ladies, beautiful beings, they welcomed me. And as soon as I said the Mamos, they're very busy ladies, and so in their daily life, that's how they are. And so they stopped and they were like, okay, let me see what we can do. So we started weaving, and we created this group that then we were able to bring funds and resources together so that we could bring the indigenous elders here. All of this happened in very synchronistic fashion, and 3 weeks later we were able to bring them here. So the group was the Garden of Eden, Dominical Feria, Home Wellness, Nación del Quinto Sol. This brother has been recording indigenous for 10 plus years, and he's journeyed all through America and in Europe and in Asia as well. Along with also in the Law Institute, and there might be a couple more in there that may be missing, but we formed this group, raised some funds, and we brought the Mamos to different areas around the southern region here in Costa Rica. And the intention was to weave this connection to also indigenous brothers that live here, local indigenous brothers. So 2 or 3 representatives from different tribes came along with us. And so we went, for example, to the mouth where the river meets the ocean at La Dominical, and we did a pagamento. Pagamento translates to payment. And so these payments are offerings to the land. And this is how the Mamos go around where they live, and basically they have this deep connection with the earth, and they do offerings or energy activations. And so, for example, there they gave us pieces of cotton to hold in each hand, Cotton for them represents conduction, or yeah, energy conductor. So in thought, in thought and meditation, we're supposed to hold these in our hands and think of all of the foods that we have eaten in our lives. So think of like rice and plátanos and fruits and all the things that we have eaten in the past to bring it back in energy into these cottons. And so then after we gave it to them, so that they could do their pagamento. And the intention was to restore this energy, all of these things that we had taken from the land, to then send it back upstream. The rivers, they hold such energy, where basically all of the river, along the rivers, there's a lot of food that's been grown. And so this food is for all of us that live here, and all of the people that live down by the Manical as well. So the intention was to restore this energy and bring back the abundance. And so we did these different pagamentos around the region, and so when I got here, previous to them coming, I was walking the land and I saw this lodge that was here before, and so I saw this as an opportunity to bring them and perhaps host them here and do a pagamento. And so by the time we came here with them, that didn't really happen. It was not really an energy activation. And so when they came in here, they felt attracted to three different spots. And so one of them, they called my wife and I. We literally had just been married, hitched. And they called us and they asked us, "Are you guys, who are the stewards of the land?" And so we were like, "Well, we kind of just got here. But we are here now and willing to, yeah, take on that role." But we were kind of like hesitant, because they were very like, they mentioned that the energy was dense and heavy, so they were gonna invoke the spirits of the mountain to see and to feel what the message was. And so they said, "All right, hang on tight." At the time, we invited like around 20 people to for this beautiful gathering, and the intention was to have a cacao ceremony and an intimate connection with them, and have a beautiful dinner and energy activation. But the land was not ready for this, and so they did the thing. Then they called us over again, and they looked at us and they were like, "Are you guys sure you want to be the stewards of the land?" And so my wife and I looked at each other and we were like, "Well, I don't know. What do you mean?" But from my experience and all of what was happening, all happening very synchronistically. And so I looked at her and I said, "Yes. I feel like spirit brought me here to this mountain to be here in the spirit of the land." And so I said yes, and the mamas were like, "Okay." The message is that there has been a lot of looting and a lot of indigenous killings around this region, and it needed to be brought up and acknowledged. So that was the message from the mother, as well as they spoke about the use of plant medicine, how that has become more of a business rather than an offering from the earth, guided by a shaman or an indigenous elder that has been doing this for generations. And so all of this was shared with us, and then we shared it with the community. And that was like the initiation process of a healing offering that we were doing, that we were going to do, what we did that day. And so they brought us to this one space where they separated the men and the women. They gave us pieces of cotton again to hold in each hand. And in thought and meditation, we were supposed to think of all of the richness and all of the plants and rocks covered in gold and green and like a lot of richness, a lot of abundance. And so we did that. We gave it to them, and they carry with them some rocks that are of significance. These rocks, they hold this spiritual energy because they, at some point before, they were taken from the land, and now they collect them to then bring them back to the land. And so we gave all of our cottons to them. They did their ceremony, and that was the initiation process of the healing for the land. So my wife and I, we asked, so how long is this going to take for the land to heal? And they reply saying, well, we don't really know. It could be a couple of weeks, it could be a couple of years, it could be generations. But now you guys, you're the stewards of the land, and you can do whatever you want. You can continue and do this gathering that you had planned, or they gave us a beautiful analogy of like, just think if you bring all these people over to your grandma's hospital bed, how would you feel about it if you're gonna like have a party in her, her room, hospital room? So that to me like hit me, and I felt that, and I was like, wow, okay, yeah, you're right. I don't think the earth needs this right now. What needed was to be acknowledged that all these things have been happening, and it was now up to us to relay these messages with the community. And so we told everybody that day to please, go ahead and go back home, and we were going to cancel this gathering with the mamas, and we ended up leaving because they said that it was not really safe to be here because they had awoken the spirit of the mountain and they was upset. And so that was the initiation process of the healing for this land, for the Diamante Valley. And our journey since then has been quite incredible. It was all again in synchronistic mode. COVID was happening back then, so we weren't really allowed to like gather. And so we had this meditation process for around 2 weeks every day. 2 months every day. And within those meditation practices, I like to speak to the elements and to the earth. And so I asked the earth, and I said, okay, so now you know me. Now we have established this relationship, which is what the mamas had suggested to do. Before you come in and impose your ideas and start doing things that maybe you think is right for your plan or your project or your agenda. And before you're doing that, establish a relationship with the earth, because there's an order. They also spoke about doing things in order. And so one of those days in meditation, I asked the land, I said, okay, now you know me, if what our intentions are clear and in alignment, then we can send us the help, send us the people that are willing to carry this vision and help us develop this vision. So then a week later, after I exposed myself to the land in that way, a group of people came and they asked for a place to meet and to gather. And I said, well, I don't know. I consulted with Amanda, my wife, and I said, I don't know, what do you think? And I shared with her my experience that I had sharing with the land. And I said, well, maybe this could be a sign. That maybe there are some people coming and the land is ready to receive this energy. So the gathering was intended to be for around 30 people, but a lot more people showed. And that night was quite incredible. The land felt activated and alive. And the people here were just having a beautiful time and such awesome connection, not only with each other, but also with the land. And so that was like maybe the initiation of our project, and welcoming these different people and starting to call in the right folks that can help us push through the land. And so little by little, and actually that night, my professor, or the master of bamboo that I learned from, came to the space, and he felt attracted to the project. He's like, I don't know how I'm here, why I'm here, how I got here, but I'm here. So I would like to help you develop. And so we started doing courses around bamboo and natural building with him. And so we built a workshop space. Then we built the outdoor showers, and actually first the compost toilet and then the outdoor showers. Within that course, we met someone that then he felt attracted to, and this lady, and then he went on to this project. But also other people along the journey during these courses came along, and they felt the connection, and they felt the attraction to help and pursue it and co-create.
What Ecomaste means to you, and how do you see yourself involved in healing the land, healing humanity? I mean, in ourselves.
Great question. Ecomaste, so when we came up with the name, well, first of all, we're in Pinamaste. So that's part of it, Ecomaste, Pinamaste. And then we're Namaste. And so what we're doing here is connecting to our body as well as connecting to the earth. And I believe this is the way that we can help heal ourselves and help heal the earth. And how we do this is we do workshops around everything that supports the mother. So we do natural building and bamboo courses and herbal walks, also holistic foods. So we integrate all these things together to create this energy that I feel like it can help us both heal our own selves, our karma and past, and how we can like become present with the earth and with ourselves, and how we can show up fully to live in harmony with the land.
How would you define the conscious community? And do you regard the Ecomaste as a conscious community, family?
So, as I mentioned, the mamos, they said, there's this consumption of plant medicine. This is without them even knowing that this is really what's happening here around these lands. And no judgment around that or anything, but I do believe that by being fully present with ourselves and with the land, this is how we are more conscious. These plants are here, yes, to help us remember these things, help us remember that we are one, that we are loved, and we are here to be with each other and together. But I truly believe we have it in us, and by embodying, being present, and having a full awareness of the things that we do. Everything that we think, the mamos talk about order, so like it begins with self, and like everything that we think and feel and act. So not like judging people because they're doing the thing, they're consuming plant medicine. That's great and all, but they suggest and they talk about the people that are right to do this kind of work is the shamans and indigenous brothers that have been connected to the plant for generations. And so, if we do this work with someone that may just be doing it for like a couple of years, this is a very important thing that is being done. You're opening a portal on yourself and into the world, and if you're not prepared, if the person guiding you is also not fully prepared, then like many things can go sideways there and not in order. So yes, we are. We don't consume any psychedelic plant medicine, and so we make that choice. We make that decision to be fully present, and again, no judgment if you do. That's welcome too. But through our experiences, I feel like we are able to show brothers and sisters how we live fully with the land and ourselves.
Yeah, just being in nature here by the river and the waterfall, it's a psychedelic. All the answers are inside of us. And now, when you talk about opening a portal in time-space, would you be willing to share a message to yourself 10 years from now?
To myself.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it's an everyday practice, and I'm not fully like in awareness or full consciousness or present at times, like there's our daily life and our daily struggles and some karma that we have acquired from past generations. And so I guess just like, stay in the present, be in the present moment, because there is a gift within that comes, and a teaching and a lesson that we can all learn. So just being in the present moment and receiving these gifts and not reacting, right? But more of like deep listening. That's something that that I learned a lot from this journey when I was connecting with the land, deep listening and interacting. Like listen, then we receive these messages that the land is showing us and telling us around, and then you can, little by little, asking for permission. This is the way that we carry ourselves to Ecomaste.
So, in one sentence, your message to your future self is?
Be fully present to receive the gifts that come in.
In the soil of attention, what seeds do you choose to plant?
There's a lot. There's a lot to that. For me, soil. It's a combination of all these nutrients and all this love that we can give to this one space. To then plant the seed of hope. So and then you can nurture it as you go. But if you don't have a solid foundation, then these seeds may not sprout. And then if you're not caring yourself and nurturing the seeds, then yeah, the seeds are made just like either receive too much water or not water at all, and then like they won't sprout or become big. So yeah, there's a lot to that. That's a fun thing. To come here and experience being in nature and experience our offerings. There's many things that are happening too here in this neighborhood. It's not just our project, but there's also temescals and tai chi and qigong, some body movement and yeah, and just being in community. Just for example, there's also this brother that took over this one space and made it into what it used to be. The intention for this space back in the day was to be a greenhouse, and so he honed into it, and now it's a full greenhouse for the whole community. So he opens the space, for example, on Wednesdays for everybody to come there and like give some love to the greenhouse and connect and learn. So yeah, please come from wherever you are, the matrix out there in the cities, and disconnect from that world and connect to self, connect to nature, and start giving back to Pachamama.
Muy gracias, pura vida.
Aho.
Aho. Hey Amanda.
Hola.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
I would love to hear your journey in Ecomaste, the values that guide you, your vision toward this, and the passion and energy of this beautiful place by the river and the waterfall.
Yes, so we came here basically following our hearts. We came to Costa Rica because it's so vibrant and vital. And it was a time where we could connect back to ourselves because my partner and I were from the States and we just really weren't living in alignment. And every time we'd come to Costa Rica, we felt like, wow, this is it. And then we had our opportunity to come here in 2020, and COVID supported us to be here in this space. And we had a lot of synchronicities that happened along the way. We were able to bring some indigenous brothers, the Mamos from the Sierra Nevada, and they really showed us this order. So first, living in harmony with yourself, living in harmony with your partner, your close relationships, your community, and of course, living in harmony with nature and also spirit. So this was, kind of, yeah, it shook us up. And so we, for the last 4 years, have been doing our best to walk this path of, we call it stewarding ourselves. So how do you steward yourself? You listen deeply, you connect to your spirits, you connect to your body, your mind, your emotions, your passions, what makes you feel alive, and you feed those things. And then once you are full, then you've watered your inner garden, then you can start to water these other aspects, right? Your relationships, the community, the environment here is so vibrant and needs a lot of care and love. So step by step, we have started to embody these practices. So by meditation and movement and communing in nature, this really gives a lot of clarity. And, I'm passionate about herbalism and yoga and art and self-expression and connecting with other people. And yeah, every day you can grow. There's always something that you can learn about. And so growing food is a way that really helps us be in touch with ourselves. So part of what we do here is we grow our own food. We also build with natural materials. My partner is a natural builder, and so everything here, besides the lodge, but we built this too. We built, and so we have this real deep connection with the environment, and we are in communication with the land. It's not just what we want. It's like, how would it feel? And it might be silly to some people to ask the land, like, well, what do you think? Well, what do you want? But for us, that's how we live. We have our intention, and then we connect to the land. And people say, well, how do you know? Well, you observe, you feel the energy, and just like a friend, when you ask them a question, you listen. So we listen, and step by step we add things that will create more harmony. And we realize this is a big project. We have 2 acres, a little bit more than 2 acres jungle. And part of what we're doing is having this model where we invite people that want to live like this, and that are passionate about the things we're passionate about: permaculture, natural building, herbalism, yoga, cooking, and just transforming the resources that we have into something that is something that can be shared, something that can be enjoyed, and something that can connect us to what makes us feel most alive. So yeah, it's been a big journey. Every day, just everyday learning, everyday growing, ups and downs, and just honoring, the whole spectrum. It's not just like people think, oh, you moved to Costa Rica, pura vida, all the time. It's being with it all, and learning how to dance with all these intricacies of life. And we have a community that is growing, so we're supporting each other and to accept these different parts of ourselves, to do the work, to listen to yourself, what is being expressed, and then do something that will be benefiting you and the environment around you. So whatever is alive in you, whatever is really calling you, there's a reason it's there, and doing whatever you can to take, maybe it's just one step, maybe it's a big step, but every day just taking those steps. And it's okay if you feel those days where you're not so alive with that. That's why we have each other. That's why there's this ecosystem. Nature teaches us a lot about, we're really passionate about the cycles of life. And, there's this birth and development, and then you start to decline and a death. And it's inseparable, right? So honoring those cycles and knowing that they all have something very, very special to teach. So holistic living is a big pillar of what we do, how we can honor the cycles that are always reflecting.
Could you share one of the struggles that you have experienced and helped you and also this place to become like who you are?
Yeah, coming from the West, you think I can do this. I can do this all by myself. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. But you can try. And Jose and I, my partner, we certainly tried to do this project by ourselves and look to others for guidance. I think what the struggle was not having inner clarity. Yeah. Seeing all of these other amazing things and being like, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that. But not really listening. Not really listening to what it was that was alive in us. And so that creates a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion. And you kind of get off your path. But then when you eventually, hopefully, wake up and you see, the fruits around me, I don't want to eat any of them, right? It's my responsibility to take the actions, to take the power of our focus, of our thoughts, our words and our actions. Like, they make something happen. So I think the shift was really seeing that I have a lot of power. We all have a lot of power, and getting clear as to what it was that I wanted to experience, because you can see other people that are doing really beautiful things, but it took something. You just see the superficial, right? But it's really that seed that you plant inside of yourself. And every day you nurture it and you become closer and closer to it. That inner clarity will really set your dream alive, aflame. So I think the challenge was not having clarity, coming from the West, always taking direction from somebody else. Oh yeah, okay, that's what you think, thank you. No, what do you think? What do you want? How do you want to feel?
Yeah.
And that's a big process. It's forever.
In the soil of your attention, what seeds you choose to plant?
The soil of my attention. There's a lot of compassion. There's trust and patience. Those are the seeds that I have been planting and cultivating.
Amazing. What's Ecomaste means to you?
Well, Ecomaste is, for me, the name is like eco, like ecology, right? And Maste, I'm a yogi, so I always thought of like namaste. But I think it's really the blending of the natural world, the elements, honoring the elements and honoring spirituality, and mixing together, you know, what is most what's most alive for you, from that will support nature and will support you being, you coming here to do what you came to do, to grow. So inner growth, in art or in just understanding yourself, becoming whole.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks, Amanda.
Ecomaste.
Ecomaste, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Hey, José, pura vida. Pura vida. ¿Cómo estás? Can you show us Ecomaste?
Yeah, bienvenidos. Síganme.
Wow, this is amazing.
Bienvenidos a Ecomaste.
Okay, yeah. So where are we now?
Estamos aquí. Okay, welcome to Ecomaste. We landed here about 4 years ago, and we were very attracted by the area and what Costa Rica is and the Pura Vida life. So here we have the dining room slash living room area. Here connected with the kitchen.
Amazing.
This is all communal space. We sometimes close the doors for a family. And over here we have outdoor showers. We built this all with bamboo. And right behind that we have the compost. Right behind here.
So like how old is this house? Like how long you have Ecomaste?
4 years.
4 years. And a house from bamboo can last for how long?
Okay, so as long as the bamboo is protected from the ground and from the top, so from the elements, then bamboo can last a while. There are some structures, for example, in Colombia that been there for over 80 years.
Okay, wow, 8 years.
We built this a couple years ago with Master Rodolfo and some students that were here apprenticing, and we co-created a design and built it together after one of our bamboo courses, as well as the outdoor showers.
So you're doing all kind of courses like bamboo and meditation.
Do, bamboo, natural building courses. My wife is an herbalist, and she does plant walks, and also we host retreats for meditation and
Other workshops.
other workshops.
Amazing. Yeah, I see here.
We have some of these little trees
Uh-huh.
that we've been collecting over the years. Some of them are curry leaf trees, and some of them are kabuticaba, and other like cacao and bolivars.
And here is the recycling. We pass by, and where are we going now?
The workshop space.
That's a bamboo workshop space.
Yeah, so
Wow, look at this bamboo.
where
The,
we host yoga, movement, and gatherings.
wow,
We also do dancing.
wow.
For right now, we are using it for our bamboo course that is happening. We're building a reciprocal roof, and these are the pieces that we selected
Yeah,
for some of the.
they are from here, right? Just outside.
Yes, they were harvested right out of May.
And how old are they?
They range between 3 and 5 years old.
Amazing.
Well, actually, the comb is well established, so like from there, every 3 years or to 5 years, you know.
And what's the name of this species?
This is aspe.
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 Aspe. Okay.
This is what we use for the workshop space.
Mm-hmm.
We use for for cutting all the pieces to size and working with bamboo and wood.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's amazing.
These are some of the carving pieces.
Yeah. Wow. So you love working with bamboo. This is one of your passions.
Yeah, well, my passion is to build with my hands and design.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see there are people here. What are they doing here?
This is the bamboo workshop that we are
Oh.
running right now, and we are working on the final model piece
Mm-hmm.
that we're going to use as reference
Uh-huh.
for building the reciprocal.
Please show us. Let us see. So what is this place?
This is
See a big
our
toucan.
toucan,
Uh-huh.
and we also built this with one of our students that came for one of the bamboo courses. He ended up co-creating with us and helped us in the designing and building of the toucan oven, where we have pizza every now and then, Fridays and Saturdays. But right now we are focused on the course and finishing and building and finishing, putting a roof over the toucan, which actually the last real step is the thatch. And we want to thatch for the final material.
Amazing. You want to show us more? Wow, so there is another bamboo house. Wow. Did you build that house?
Yes, we built it.
Wow, how long does it take to build such a house?
This was around 1 year.
1 year you build a house.
1 year. So it has cob walls, and basically all natural material. There's very little cement used in this, but all the bamboo was from around the area.
That's amazing. This is super sustainable.
So we have some plants around, such as patanga and water apples.
Oh, and here you could see all the bamboo, just here.
Yeah, we have a wadwa bamboo right there.
Yeah. Wow, look how tall they go. How high they are.
They range around 6 to 9 inches. They're pretty.
How tall?
And how tall? They run around 16 meters.
16 meters. Wow. That's tall. So why did you decide to come and live here in Ecomaste, or to have this dream to start such a place?
Well, we traveled here many times for the last 12 years, and ever since we landed, we saw the possibilities of how you can be so connected to nature and be giving back to the land rather than taking from it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I wish everyone were thinking as you, like being part of nature, coming back to the nature.
Okay. Well, I wish I could show you guys the inside, but today,
Let's, yeah,
she's not informed.
yeah. So
We
let's.
can go this way.
Okay. I saw you also have a lake. We can go there. And that's what? Chocolate. So do you make?
You can use it as a mix ingredient for making like a smoothie.
A smoothie. Wow.
Actually, with avocado, and there's a recipe that we found. I don't have it right now, but you can make delicious desserts. Here. And then over here we have some of the herbs that Amanda's been growing. We have tomatoes all around, and biribas, and guanabana.
Yeah, I see also sugarcane. So your salads, you are completely from what you have in the garden.
Correct.
Amazing. Amazing.
This is the greenhouse.
Yeah, that looks amazing. And I see another bamboo house here.
That's a cabin we built. I taught a model making course a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
and we made the model, and then we built the
house. So you make a model. You don't even draw on the paper. You make a model and then you.
There's a whole process.
Mhm.
But the final product is it's a model to scale that our workers and myself follow, so that we can go ahead and put this.
Could you tell us about this valley? I see it's surrounded by a mountain. Like, are there more people living here? Is there a community? Tell us.
So there's a small neighborhood where
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah. Tell us. Yeah. No, I'm still. Yeah, I'm still looking for the answer.
yeah, we,
It smells from the herbs.
2020.
Uh-huh.
Back then, like there were some places that were being divided. Here, within the huge farm, but initially open poultry farm. But the original owners were not in alignment and themselves together. So like they subdivided all the land here, which is the 21 hectares.
Uh-huh.
That initially was the entire farm, which then used to be a cattle pasture.
Mm.
And then it became, all restored little by little
Mm.
by planting a lot of trees and using permaculture.
So how many people in this community in the whole valley?
Here are, in the whole valley, I'm not quite sure to be honest. I imagine there's maybe like a couple hundred, 500. I mean, there's some towns, around, but I'm not sure how big each town is. So I can't really. But here in our community, around like 50.
What do you like about the community here?
There's different offerings happening, and yoga and movement, and we ourselves offer bamboo workshops and natural building.
Uh-huh.
And then there's also qigong happening, temescals, and
Yeah.
this again, I think, let me just double check. Yeah, it's a little messy now. One of our, well, actually, our teacher is staying.
So let's go see the lake, maybe.
Can go see them.
So what do you like the most about the community life here in this valley? What's the name of this valley?
Diamante Valley.
Diamante Valley.
And like I was mentioning, there's a lot of different offerings, and obviously, I think this, being here in nature, and living with nature in balance, it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
We're creating spaces as we are listening to the land, and it feels super nice. We can go a little bit.
Yeah. This is amazing.
There's a lot of fish.
Mhm.
Tilapia.
Tilapia.
And every now and then you'll see like some turtles laying around.
I see a lot of bird species here.
Yes, so because we have this water feature, there's a lot of bird life. More than here in this entire zone, there's like more than 300 different species.
Wow.
And we do get a lot of visitors here. There's like toucans, the one you're here, maybe the pendula, frozen pendulum. And there's a place here, traveling, toucans. They're amazing.
Amazing.
It's been a very dry summer
Mm-hmm.
here, and so that affects what's happening here. But so there's a lot of density, for like as many trees there are. Basically creates this beautiful ecosystem
Uh-huh.
where it keeps it almost in balance. There's a stream that flows on the sides. We're right also about some distance to the river.
To the river, yeah. That's magic.
The cows and coffee, there's some coffee and some flowers.
Nature provides. Just need to come. and unite with nature.
And we got to the parking place with where we find visit us. And you're welcome.
Amazing. What kind of people do you welcome to Ecomaste?
And so we're calling in those who want to connect to themselves and connect to nature. And so we basically embody that in our everyday living, where we connect and play with nature, and we stay tuned to our bodies and nourish them with everything that's around us. A lot of movement, and a lot of wildlife, a lot of trees, and it's a beautiful community.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for showing us around. Pura vida. Yeah. Hasta luego.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. See you. Hey Mia, pura vida.
Hey,
How are you?
Pura vida, welcome to Ecomaste.
Cool. So you live here, I understand, right?
Yes.
This is amazing.
I am part of Ecomaste family, and this is our lodge where we can rent the rooms and you can come to play in the garden. We have a hands-on Milan every Friday. We will have art starting next week every Thursday. You can check our website under the video and come to visit us.
Are you teaching art?
Yes.
Amazing. What do you like the most about Ecomaster?
The nature and family, open-hearted people, and the birds are everywhere, and the flowers in the garden.
Amazing. High five.
Thank you.